Oh, Jamil Parker reporting for YSM Sports Media. Yo, that was a whack ass card, man. That was definitely a whack card. It's good to have boxing back though. Magdaleno versus Vicente ends in 10th round DQ in a very weird fight. Um, four low blows. And he had 4 points taken away. Well, 3 points in the final one was he just issued a DQ with like probably like 50 something seconds left in the fight. Um, it would have been a good fight if not for all the bullshit, but I mean Vicente. Not to say Vicente was outclassed, but he's a one trick pony. He pawing with the jab and trying to look for the street right, and he was basically telegraphing it all night. And that was the only thing that Magdalena had to worry about, and he just had it scouted perfectly because he was slipping it damn near, 90% of the time. So Vicente just decides to just Vicente just decides to now all the shots weren't low, right? I would say 3 out of the 4 were low, but some like I don't know, they like 2 was kind of like to the belt line. 1 was definitely on purpose. But like I said, that was his frustration setting in. And I don't know, that could have been a good fight. It could have been a good fight, but Robert Byrd is a horrible referee. He's terrible. Joining me is my man JR from the Boxing Stores. What up, Jay?
Yo, what's going on, man?
That was a weird ass fight, Jay.
Man, I'm just hearing what Jessie Magdaleno was saying after the fight.
What
Oh my God.
yo, yo, man. I don't know who's worse, Robert Byrd or his wife.
Hey, shoot, after this and that what was that cruiserweight fight?
Yo,
Man,
man.
I don't know, man. Oh my goodness.
Jay, it's getting worse. It gets worse every time. Every time I see him, it's worse, yo.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. He allowed like how many fouls in that fight? Like 8?
Now,
I don't know.
one of them I thought was on the belt line, and he deducted 2 points from him. It's like, bro, you jumped in kind of late, man. There was like a whole pause, and you jumped in and let him get a free shot off, and then you give him a point for that. Like, nah, I didn't think that taking 2 points in that situation was fair. I didn't think that particular one was fair, but Robert Byrd is terrible, Kenny. Terrible.
Like
It's my Charles
just
Barkley voice. Terrible, Kenny.
terrible. It
Terrible.
was terrible. He's terrible, man. Like, come on, man. He's just terrible. Robert Byrd is just a terrible referee.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Terrible, Kenny. Yeah, man. What was your thoughts on the overall card?
Well, I kind of found it interesting that they put the quote unquote co-featured bout as the first bout on the card. But even with that, that was still that was a pretty good a little scrap there with Adam Lopez there against Louis Correa. I mean, you had a whole lot of punches thrown in that particular fight, a lot of action. I felt like Correa didn't get as much credit from the quote unquote CompuBox stats as they were showing. I thought he landed a lot more punches than what he said he was landing, because by the end of that fight, Adam Lopez pretty much had both of his eyes closed and a cut in his mouth. So, I mean, he was bleeding out his mouth. So he had to, scrap, like really dig down in order to get through those 10 rounds there to get the majority decision win. So, yeah, I thought that was a good little scrap they had there. And then, you also had that Eric Mondragon, Mike Sanchez fight where both of them got knocked down in the first round. So, hey, I mean, I felt like it was a little bit better structured than Tuesday.
The dude got bodied by a school teacher. He got bodied by a preschool teacher.
A preschool teacher. Who was that? What was that? Muratala? The other one? Muratala wrote this fight? Yeah, man.
You're not supposed to get bodied by a preschool teacher. That's just not supposed to happen. The Adam Lopez fight, that was definitely a good one. To be honest with you, that could have replaced the main event.
Yeah.
Because that was a good fight.
Shoot, Vicente should get whatever he made. He should get that thing revoked, man, for that purse.
And the thing is that you watching the fight, right?
Yeah.
It could have been competitive. He just falls in love with the right hand.
Man, like he was like if he had like even like a good little bit of technique, he could have did something to Magdaleno, because there were times when that right hand was hitting the target and he was, getting to Magdaleno, but he is just so wild with a lot of his shots and just going down low. I'm like, man. But that just showed to me, like, Jessie Magdaleno, even at this particular point, like he's not gonna be able to beat any of the top guys at featherweight, man. And he's supposedly calling out Gary Russell Jr. Man, that's barbecue chicken.
Calling him out for what? What do you want to take him on a date? Because I know it ain't a fight.
Yeah, it ain't a fight.
I know he ain't calling him out to fight.
Yeah, that is barbecue chicken all day.
Yeah, that's it. And Magdaleno got some talent. Like he caught him with the check hook a couple of times. Like he turns it over kind of quickly, but he's not consistent. He just he fights in spots, and with the upper echelon guy, that's just not gonna work, man. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about the thing with Stevenson. I'm like, man, Stevenson's moving up, and the thing is, they'll have that vacant WBO featherweight title with Irish Mick Conlan there against Ryan Walsh. So unless if they can't get a fight with Ryan Walsh, then it'd probably be easier for a Conlan Magdaleno fight there for the WBO title. So that's about the only chance I would give Magdaleno for him to have a shot to, win a world title there again. But
yeah, against Conlan. Conlan really doesn't have any power. A real. Jessie didn't impress me either, man. He didn't.
Yeah.
He could have stopped. He could have stopped Vicente if he actually pushed, pressed down on the gas. But he just seems complacent.
Yeah.
He just seems complacent, man. And like JR was saying, that's not going to work against the upper echelon at 126. It's just not.
Yeah, man. He'll be food.
Easy money.
Easy money. That's all I can say about that. Easy money. I don't even know how he's ended up being the number one ranked contender in the WBC. I'd rather have Kid Galahad fight Gary Russell Jr. or something. That would be a tougher fight for Russell as Kid Galahad.
Yeah, but I think Magdaleno might be bigger money.
Yeah.
It would be. Unless you do Galahad over in the UK.
Nah, even then it would probably still be it would still be more money with Magdaleno. Because I don't know if Gary going over to the UK would kind of like bring enough money for UK card to happen over there with him included in it. So
real Gary breaks him down, maybe even stops him. Oh, Gary definitely stops this dude. I'm sorry. he don't have that many tools in the toolbox to compete with such a complete fighter like Gary.
And he'll get stopped with a body shot messing with Gary.
Yeah, like you said, he needs to go to the WBO route where it'd be Conlon because he can beat Conlon. Shakur, we all know Shakur's out. Shakur's going to 130. Go ahead and set up the vacant title for him and Conlon, and that'll be his first world title because Conlon really ain't got nothing for Magdaleno at this stage.
Right.
Oh, yep. Yo, what's your thoughts on the news breaking that Maurice Hooker's moving to 147 and the fight's all between him and Prograis?
Well, I mean, for me, I felt that Hooker was going to be at 147 anyway, because I just didn't feel like there would be much for him to do at 140, because he had to wait for the undisputed title fight between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. So after that, that's going to be another eight months to 10 months or more before that may happen. So in that period of time, it's like, what would Maurice Hooker do in order to stay there around 140 pounds? But the other thing that was key is that he said that he's like rolling around at 168. Oh. And I'm like, man, like if you up at 168, ain't no way you're gonna be trying to get down to no 143, much less 147. You're gonna be struggling to make 147, because if you getting up that far, around during this time, then nah, you ain't making no 143. And it was like what, April when he was in that conversation with Eddie Hearn, and he was talking about, we're getting ready for that fight with Regis Prograis, but man,
the dude wasn't getting ready. He was eating Texas barbecue.
He was in Dallas, Texas, man. He was getting all that Texas barbecue, eating them steaks, man.
Exactly, man.
And he was eating good, man.
I'm arguing. I was arguing with my man from Bushido Boxing. Shout out to Bushido Boxing. Great content. He was, saying that Regis ain't got any options at 140. He might as well move up. I'll be damned if we settle on 143, and because your fat ass can't make weight, I'm supposed to move up a whole 4 pounds when I already want to get another crack at the title at 140. It's not like it's a big money fight. Maurice Hooker is an okay fight.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing with Prograis, like, right now it's showing like he's the next in line after Postall for the WBC. So, I mean, he could, still chill around there at 140 and wait for that, Ramirez Taylor fight. And then after that, get the winner, So, because everybody else that's around that 140-pound division, like Prograis could beat all of those guys. So I'm like, he could stay there and chill and get his over at 140, because there's no point in Prograis going to 147, because there's more opportunities there for him at 140.
Do you think that Jose Ramirez goes straight into 147 and forgets about Josh Taylor?
Only if he's going right into a Crawford fight. That's pretty much the only thing I see. I mean, I would just, for him, I would just stay there at 140 until you get that shot, because he's basically been training off and on for the past 7 or 8 months, because he could have had his fight against Postall on February 1st, but nope. Then he could have had it again in like what, May or June, but nope. So he's still, he's still training because they still want to have that fight. So, I'm saying he's still good at 140 until he gets this fight with Postal out of the way, and then goes after Josh Taylor.
I want to see the Josh Taylor Ramirez fight, but now with the suspension of boxing situation, now you're going to have to get who's the Mando for Ramirez is Postal. Who's the Mando for Taylor?
It was saying it's like Sakririn was what they were kind of like setting up for Taylor for IBF, since that's IBF.
Yeah, but by the time that comes around, it would be two Mandos due. Two.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might as well just go ahead and start building for a fight with Terrence Crawford, because Crawford needs those guys at 147. He needs two guys with a name, because he needs an opponent next, and he needs a if he can't get Pacquiao, he needs a name. Ain't nobody going for no more mean machines.
But I mean, but I've said this for a good minute, and I don't know what it will take, but if Heyman and Arum want to prove that they're actually like working together, then they need to make Crawford versus Porter. Because especially for Crawford, if y'all want to make the fight between Crawford and Spence be as lucrative as possible, Crawford needs to fight those guys one way or another. We know that, Spence could go ahead and fight these guys whenever. Like, he says that he wants to go ahead and fight Garcia. He could do that. And then, go up against Pacquiao. If Crawford can't get to Pacquiao, then Spence does. Because for me, Spence versus Crawford is going to be for the undisputed welterweight championship.
It seems like that's what they said.
Yeah. So that's, the one thing that, I'm seeing. But on their side, they're saying that they want to have a certain amount of money for a purse for that fight to happen. And in order for them to get that purse, they need to fight those top guys, or at least Crawford needs to fight those top guys, because he's not going to be able to raise his overall value unless if he does fight those guys, or if he gets like an offer to fight somebody else. It's almost like, the situation with Deontay Wilder, right? Mm-hmm. Like, up to a certain point, Deontay Wilder wasn't really getting that much money for his fights. So March 2018, he gets his max at $2.1 million. Then the base for his first Fury fight was at $4 million. But until he got that offer for the $100 million, 3-fight deal, he wasn't getting that type of money unless PBC and them matched it. So once they matched it, then he was able to get paid, that amount of money for his fights. Crawford, it pretty much has to be the same way, but the only thing is he's already signed an extension with Top Rank. So it's not like he could get out of that contract. He's basically stuck.
Which made no sense. Him re-signing with Top Rank made no sense at all.
Him re-signing with Top Rank, I mean, and I'm like kind of like guesstimating or speculating or whatever it is. At that particular time, they kind of had some small idea that Crawford was going to fight Pacquiao. But when Pacquiao ended up getting off that Top Rank contract and fighting and signing with PBC, that really screwed up Crawford's plans. And so that's why he had to go and fight the Amir Khans, Kavaliauskas. Like, he didn't really see himself doing that. He felt that he was I'm finally going to get that fight with Manny Pacquiao. But when Manny Pacquiao went ahead and signed with PBC, that just took all the air out of Crawford's tires in that instance. So that's why
I got a beef though. Why didn't Bob build up any 147 pounders for Crawford, knowing that he was going to make the jump? I mean, Jeff Horn, okay, that.
But he didn't have any. He doesn't have any of them.
Not
but
yo.
Not only that, he doesn't have any 154 guys.
No, who does he got? At 147, we got Basputin, but he popped high. And who's the other one? The one that lost to Patrick Teixeira. Adames?
What is it? Adames? Carlos Adames? Or what?
Who did Patrick Teixeira beat for the vacant WBO?
Yeah, I thought it was Adames, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Adames. Yeah, Adames. I keep saying
Adames. So yeah, so that's 154, but
yeah, but that's the only guy he got. Like when you think about it, that's not how you build. Put it like this: Crawford's in a bad place right now.
Yeah,
he's in a bad place, and it won't be a better place until Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, and Regis Prograis move up.
Right. I mean, yeah, he's not gonna really have any options out here, man, unless if there's like somebody that Heyman could just offer him out there that doesn't really go into that basket like a Sergey Lipinets or something. So.
Oh, is it the living legend Bushido's boxing?
What's up, man?
Yo, this is the hardest guy to get up with, JR. I promise you, yo. Yo, I'm like, yeah, why don't you come on? Oh man, Thor showed up to my house. He stole one of my Infinity Stones. I had to fight him.
Yeah. He had to travel down. He had to travel down to Duval County and.
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Give you a take on the Regis Prograis, Maurice Hooker situation, because that's what we're talking about.
I mean, they need to come to a common, they need to be in the middle or something, man. Make something happen. I mean, make it happen. That's all I got to say. Both guys need that fight. They need that. That's a good fight for both guys. They both coming off losses. They both was champs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that fight makes sense. Because really, who else Regis Prograis go fight?
What, at 140?
Yeah. I mean, who guys ain't really looking to fight Regis, bro. He's a tough fight, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough night out for a lot of these dudes. They ain't about to be willing to. Well, Jose Ramirez didn't want no part of him. And still don't. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor barely scraped by him. They ain't going to want to fight him like that, bro.
All right. Do you feel as though it's Maurice Hooker's fault that this fight isn't happening? Because what would you say he was at, Jay? 168?
168 is what they were saying.
Hooker?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he's a big guy, bro. Hooker's like a guy. He's like my height. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine making 140. You know what I'm saying? A guy that big, he probably can't help it. He's growing out. He grew out of that shit, bro. He probably should have been out of 140. Dude is almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah, you 5'10", ain't he?
5'11".
5'11". Oh, damn.
Yeah, so he's almost out of there. And Regis, as an amateur, I believe he fought at like what? I forgot what he fought at, but it was pretty high. I'm just saying. Both guys, I think that's a fight that, it was already, the money obviously ain't the problem. I mean, it's just a few pounds. Work out the little weight thing.
Yeah, but
145.
The way Bomac is talking, it's 147 and nothing. And if you didn't have any direct plans on jumping to 147, then 143 was like 143 is like kind of in the middle. That's a good compromise. But Hooker, if you're telling me Hooker's grown out of it, or he's one of them guys that has to be in the gym. He could be that guy. He's one of them guys that has to be in the gym constantly. So the gym's closed. he's sitting on the couch. You know, he got like 8 kids. So if he's just in the couch, if he's just in the house eating, then yeah, it'd be real hard to cut all that weight.
I think he's out of there, bro. And he's been training with Bomac and them. You know, they ain't about to be allowing no slacking off over there. So I mean, I think he's been in a gym or at the crib training, but I mean, he's big, bro. And I really think he'll be killing himself to make that.
Yo,
and Bomac see that. Bomac said, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Bomac, he's not just he knows the game. You know what I'm saying? He's a good strategist, all that shit. He's looking at his fighter, he's like, look, this guy, he can't be fighting at these 140s. He ain't gonna be able to fight at his best. So we gonna see how he look at 147.
He might be food at 147 though.
Yeah, man.
Might be, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Only time will tell. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? And 147, there's a lot of good fighters at 147. Not even just the top guys, but we talking about the mid-pack guys. There's a lot of good fighters at 147.
All right, so let me ask you this: who do you want to see him fight at 147? Say, Rougarou, he stays down. Who do you want to see? Maurice Hooker first fight 147.
Jamal James.
That's a good fight.
Jamal James.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
That was a good fight. I was thinking, what about this one? What's the kid name? Who just lost to Ugas? Figueroa.
Ooh.
Oh, Omar Figueroa. Oh, that would be a good style matchup.
That's a good fight.
That's a good style matchup right there. I like that one.
The problem with that is, though, a lot of these guys for him is on PBC. And
hey, Ro, get closer to the mic. You're a little low.
Oh, didn't PBC and Rock Nation have like a little problem?
Is that who Maurice Hooker signed with?
Yeah, he with Matchroom and Rock Nation.
No, that's a wrap for that fight.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that fight's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, he's with Matchroom and Rock Nation, and I think
I didn't even know Rock Nation was still a promoter. Like, wow.
Yeah, they still out there existing.
Still out there. They got a few guys. Yep.
I didn't even know they was in boxing.
That's why they both need that fight, bro. Because I mean, who is he gonna fight on DAZN too? Let's look at Maurice Hooker. Who is he gonna fight on DAZN at 147? Who's over there?
At 147, really nobody.
Nobody. He ain't gonna get a Pacquiao fight. You know what I'm saying? So who is he gonna fight? Mikey Garcia? Mikey might try to go up in there and beat him up.
Yeah.
He can't fight nobody. That's a good fight for Mark.
Yeah, but Mikey's trying to get Mikey. He took his little tune up. He's trying to get the bigger fight.
Yeah, Mikey. Yeah, that's if Mikey can't get no Pacquiao or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing else, but
that would be a good. That'd be a good tune up for Keith, though.
Yeah.
But like you said, PBC.
Yeah, PBC got all the guys. When we talking welterweights, PBC got it.
Jay, who do you want to see Maurice Hooker fight? First fight at 147.
Oh man, there's just some limited options there. If you're gonna be with, be under Rock Nation, man. I was gonna say from a stylistic standpoint, I'd like to see what they would do against the Lipinets.
Ooh, I don't know. Lipinets, yeah, that's a good fight, but I don't know. Based off what we've seen with Jorge Ramirez, Lipinets is somewhat the same type of fighter. He gonna bring that pressure on him, that heat on him. Is he gonna be ready for that heat? Because he wasn't ready for that heat from Jose.
He folded like a pizza box. Yeah.
Man, he was not ready, bro. Jose brought that heat, man. Damn.
So it just sounds like, okay, he got 3 draws, which is amazing for the amount of fights that he has. But he got 3 draws, 1 loss.
Yeah, because he be brawling with motherfuckers, man.
He just seems like an opponent for the top guys at 147. He doesn't. No, okay. Really think about it, right? He's not going to get a fight with Bud because they're in the same camp.
Right.
All right. Can he beat Thurman?
Nah.
Can he beat Boots? Now Boots is a prospect. Can he beat Boots?
That's a good fight for Boots.
Oh,
you know?
Here's the fight that makes sense. Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one too. I mean, there's some fights for him, but these are all. Wait, yeah, that's his own guy.
Yeah, that's a fight that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good fight, man. But that's a bad fight for him if he loses, because then is it, man? He's gonna be the new Austin Trout, like of the things over with. And he's a good fighter, but but they're gonna be using him as a stepping stone and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he'll have to win a fight against a Virgil Ortiz. And I don't even know if Bomac is gonna be putting him up in there.
Hey, wait a minute. If you go bring him up, then that would be a fight at 147. Maurice Hooker against Austin Trout. Austin Trout is at 147. So why not?
That's a good fight too. But
yeah, that's a good fight.
PBC just gonna have to compromise, man. They're gonna have to let some of these guys fight some other guys. There's just too many. They got all the welterweights, bro. All of them.
See, but the thing is, they really do let guys fight though.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, AJ would Bud's fought about 4 PBC guys. AJ's fought about 4. It just seems like for the right situation. And I think unless there's still bad blood between them and Rock Nation, I could see them maybe letting the Lipinets.
Yeah.
Because he needs a name.
Lipinets, like they let Drivianchenko, drift off. They'll let Lipinets go.
Yo, Devranchenko wants all the smoke, yo.
Yeah. Man. He gonna make himself some money too, because he gonna be fighting nothing but top guys.
What's your thoughts about 160? What do y'all want to see happen at 160?
I want to see Andre fight somebody with a post. I want to see Charlo fight somebody test him. I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight Charlo or Andre. But that's not happening. He's at 168, I guess.
Yeah.
Who else? Triple G. We don't know what he's doing. He's playing around. So I mean, really, there's not. What's at 160 now?
At 160, you got Charlo, you got Eubanks, Devranchenko, Andre, Triple G.
Devranchenko, man. Jaime Munguia is there now.
Who?
Okay. Jaime Munguia and Chris Eubanks, that sounds like a good fight.
Well, it looked like they were trying to set up Charlo versus Eubank.
Yeah. So
with that being said, it still leaves like Demetrius Andre there to fight. They ain't gonna let him fight. Golden Boy's not gonna let him fight Munguia. He's already fought Alontae Fox at 154. So they should just see if they could put, send money Derevianchenko's way and see what he does against him.
Well, you got to remember, Devranchenko is now on a short list of Canelo fight. So is he even going to bother with Andre?
Nah, he's not. Because the thing with Derevianchenko, when it comes to Canelo now, is depending on when they want Canelo to fight. Derevianchenko is pretty much has a fairly high chance to be the opponent because they're not going to have that many people in the stands for a Canelo fight. But they need enough people there so that they have a gate that could explain paying Canelo whatever money that they're going to pay him, because they're not going to give him the same money that they paid him to fight Rocky Fielding. They're not going to do that. So just wait it out, have him fight Derevyanchenko, and just get that, fight over with.
Yo, that contract puts him in a messed up situation because, like, yo, you got paid, boy, what, $36 million a fight? And now you're not even getting how much is it?
At least 33.
33? Okay.
Yeah.
So you paying him $33 million a fight without a gate? Like, his next opponent got to be somebody that we all want to see.
Yeah. But, I mean, well, what is it? 365 that he got for 11-fight deal. Yeah. The first fight actually was 15 million. So it would have been 10 fights for 350 million left on that contract after the Rocky Fielding fight. So that's pretty much a straight up $35 million average a fight. So they were initially talking about, like, if everything went in the schedule, if he went ahead and fought Billy Joe Saunders, then fought Golovkin, then maybe he would have got a little bit more for fighting Golovkin. But Golovkin ain't really about that life because he don't want his career to end. So Canelo has to find somebody, and they have to lower that guarantee, around $35 million guarantee, and find an opponent. Somebody yesterday said that it would be Caleb Plant. I'm like, no, I don't see it.
You don't think the boy Caleb gets to fight?
I don't think it's CP time yet.
I don't know, man. It's always CP time.
He could beat Canelo. I think he could beat Canelo, but I have a hard time seeing them putting Caleb Plant in there. I mean, I have a hard time seeing Golden Boy putting Canelo in there with Caleb Plant right now. I just have a hard time seeing that, man.
Yeah,
because Caleb Plant pretty much fight like a black dude, and he shows a lot like he got a lot of tools in his tool bag. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo, I don't know, man. Canelo Alvarez, who he supposed to be fighting?
Right now we don't know. It's a short list between Canelo, for Canelo, Caleb, Derevyanchenko, Billy. Oh, Darrell, which I don't understand.
Yeah, Darrell. Yeah, I heard that one.
Right, that's right.
And who's the last guy?
Oh, it was
one more guy that.
It was Benavidez, Darrell.
Oh, Benavidez.
Lemieux was on there. I remember now.
Yeah, Lemieux was on there.
Who?
Yep, Lemieux.
Come on, man. What is it? 2016?
Bro, so don't be surprised if we see Canelo versus Lemieux, bro.
I'm not watching that shit.
Don't be surprised if that happens. I won't be, because he said he ain't fighting Triple G, so he go age Triple G out even more. And y'all know I don't like Triple G, but he's aging him out even more. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he can really put a stamp on it.
I
can't. I mean, Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter, man. He's a really good fighter. I mean, I like watching him fight, but the shit that surrounds him, the shit that comes with him, is just like, it's just too much for me to handle. You know what I'm saying? The rehydrations and stipulations and just all the shit that comes with him is a little bit too much for me, man.
All right, which fight is acceptable? Of those 5 people I named, which fight would you be like, okay, Canelo, that's a good fight. You got my money.
I mean, Caleb Plant, I think, is a good one. Benavidez is a good one.
Yeah.
Who else was on the list?
I'm waiting for you to hate on Billy. Come on, hate on Billy.
I forgot all about Billy. Billy. Yeah, Billy's a good fight, man. Look, all bullshit aside, when Billy Joe Saunders comes in there in shape and motivated, the motherfucker looks phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But he's an asshole, and he's just very inconsistent, and I just don't really care for him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a little biased with that shit. And Billy Joe Saunders, he's too up and down with me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
I think he about to do something, then he don't do nothing. What happened to the Andre fight? Why didn't that happen? That's unfinished business, dude. Like, come on, man.
Whoa. Billy, first off, you gotta let my man Billy have his nasal spray. My man Billy needs his nasal spray. So if you get a prime nasal spray, Billy gets all them dudes trouble, yo.
Hey, I agree.
He needs you if you let him get 2 pumps, that's your ass. one pump, competitive fight. Oh, okay. So my man Hash Man. What's good, Hash Man?
I'm chilling. How you guys doing?
Yo, what's going on,
Good,
man?
I watched some of your highlights, man. Real long, rangy, wiry guy. Good jab.
Thank you, bro, man. This is the beginning, man.
A real Bushido. This kid is like 5'10", 5'11". I guarantee you can't guess what division he fights in.
Strawweight.
Nah, not that low.
Just because you made me guess, I figured it's something super light. So I'm gonna go ahead and say like bantamweight.
Yeah, I boxed at bantamweight before, but I moved down to superfly.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can box at both weights, but I can make superfly. I think that's 52.
But man, my device is about to die, fellas, and I gotta go to work in the morning. It was nice chatting with y'all. We'll definitely do this again. Yeah, I gotta bounce, fellas.
All right, yo, tell them where to find you at before you go.
Oh yeah, subscribe to Bushido Boxing on YouTube. It's on Facebook. I'll let you, boy.
Peace.
Good, man.
Hey, Hashman, what did you think of the card?
It was actually an entertaining card, you know. I didn't know it was going to be that entertaining, but it was a good fight. All the fights were decent, but except the main event was kind of boring, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I was surprised. I was surprised about Adam Lopez fight. I thought he was going to wash him, but
that was a good fight.
I thought he was going to beat up, but style mix fights. You know what I mean?
I feel like they should have made that the main event because that Magdaleno fight sucked. Robert Byrd is trash, yo.
That should be Robert Byrd's last fight referee, man. Like, come on.
I don't know why they didn't stop the fight when he knocked him down with that shot. That's the
right hand, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's disqualification.
What? That was a good combo. The right to the nuts, then the right up top.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Hey, you want to drop? Hey, you want to find a way to drop someone's guard? Do it. Do that combination right there.
Well, Robert Byrd was too slow to break up the action, man. The guy is so slow.
My beef with Top Rank right now is that I need more names. Like Magdaleno, that's a solid name, but you might as well give me Carl Frampton in a tune-up. Give me all your names in tune-ups.
You know what?
Josh Greer coming up.
Who's Josh Greer fighting?
Hold on.
See, I wanted to fight a name, someone that we know that we can watch. Well, not these foreign guys who just come over that we'd never heard of.
It's supposed to be someone with a good record, though. Like, only has one loss or whatnot. But hold on, shoot this in this other folder.
I mean, the Shakur fight that was a good one. Maybe.
Polania, Mike Polania.
I never heard of that dude a day in my life.
I don't know who that is. What's his record?
23-1.
It's not bad. Who did he fight though? Did he fight anybody in the States?
Who did he lose to?
I think it was what they had it on here. It was it was like almost a contender match. He lost to Juan Carlos Payano before Payano went into the World Boxing Super Series.
Oh, all right. Why do you not fight Maloney? Maloney's fighting someone else. That would have been an okay fight. They're both at bantamweight. Jason Maloney, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Maloney was another one that was part of that tournament.
It just doesn't make sense. These guys are fighting average guys. That's why they're not getting good views on ESPN, because no one knows who they're fighting. This should be an opportunity where they can capitalize on the mainstream, get everyone watching, but the numbers weren't great, were they? And now when people watch this card, actually this card kind of saved it because this card was entertaining.
It kind of goes into what I know Eddie Hearn was saying at one point. He said like you can't like feature A level guys or B level guys against guys that don't have any type of shot. You need to have like B level fighters against B level fighters at least. Instead of just having something where a guy has no shot of winning. So I think. Hold on.
My thing is, you can put maybe Carlos. Who's Quadra?
No one. I don't think.
Quadra.
Golden Boy.
Maybe him. Inoui's little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be something.
Zolani Tete. Like, you can get some guys in the mix that may not cost much, but will be a great fight, and we've heard of them.
Yeah. For example, what weight was it? Toka Khan was supposed to fight Supernova, wasn't he? That was a solid fight. But I think he's fighting. Who's he fighting now? Do you know Ryan Garcia boxed someone, but the guy got arrested? What was his name?
Oh, Avery Sparrow.
Yeah, Avery Sparrow was fighting Supernova.
Let me tell y'all now. That's a dangerous fight for Supernova.
I don't think so. Do you know why?
Why?
He's too reckless, man. Avery Sparrow is too reckless. Avery Sparrow takes too many chances, and Supernova's got power. I want
you to do this though.
The dude be swinging heavy. I'm like, whoa, relax. If Lundy had more power, he would have been in trouble, man.
This is what I want you to do, right?
Yeah.
I want you to make sure that you go on after that fight.
Yeah, I will 100%.
And you're going to remember what I told you.
Yeah.
I think Supernova is going to get stopped.
You think Supernova's going to get stopped?
Yes.
You know Supernova boxed at 141.
I think Supernova is going to get stopped.
He boxed Jaron Ennis in amateurs. He boxed Richard Hitchens in amateurs. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big. Oh, yeah. I think he's going to get stopped.
You think Avery Sparrow has the power to hurt him?
Yes.
Oh.
Avery Sparrow is
Is he from Philly?
Yes.
Is Avery Sparrow from Philly?
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Yeah, you're riding with him. That's why.
No.
That's your dream.
I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it down to you. All right. Yeah. So, well, first you got to understand this rivalry, right? Supernova is from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Avery Sparrow is a Puerto Rican from America. So it may not seem like that's going to make for a good fight, but it really is. There's some tension there, and Avery Sparrow is a very talented, very troubled kid.
Wait, who's like Puerto Rican based but it's from here?
Avery Sparrow is Puerto Rican, but he's from here.
Oh, so they don't call Sparrow Puerto Rican?
Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico don't think that Puerto Ricans born here are real Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, so they call them Puerto Ricans, right?
Puerto Ricans. Yeah, you funny as shit, yo.
Isn't Supernova from New York?
I can't hear you, Ash, man.
Isn't Supernova from Albany, New York, where Amir Mom? I think they're both from the same area.
Yeah, I
They
know
dropped-
he lived in Albany, but he's from Puerto Rico.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So
That's it.
remember Avery his only loss came from a DQ. So
Yeah.
he's
But he's
go
been
ahead.
dropped before. He's been dropped,
Yeah.
and that was when he was looking to finish the guy. So if he opens up and Supernova is a puncher, man. Supernova's got 14 knockouts in 18 fights, so he can punch. He's got to be careful.
I think that
But one thing I don't like about Supernova, his defense is not the best. He gets hit too much.
and
Not too much.
and
but
that's
he
what I'm
gets
saying to you.
Yeah, he gets hit. But I think he's a bigger man, and when he rehydrates to like 145 or somewhat like that, then he's gonna be big.
Avery has the speed advantage. Avery has solid power. I think Supernova's going to run into something. I think he's going to play the bigger man has the tendency to always force and press the issue because they're the bigger man. And a lot of times they walk into shots. And I feel like he's going to walk into something hard.
What's Avery Sparrow's mindset like? Because he's been out the ring for a long time. He got arrested, and this is a replacement. So he took this fight on short notice. I presume. I think maybe.
I've seen some footage of him in the gym.
Yeah.
But I'll holler at him and his trainer probably next week. And if I don't like what I see, then I'll switch my prediction.
Isn't he moving down from lightweight? He's been at lightweight, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is he a lightweight or super featherweight? I don't know.
No. He's really a super featherweight.
Yeah.
He's really a super he fought at light. He slowly came down. Basically.
I remember hearing about Avery Sparrow when he was gonna Chris Colbert called him out, I think a while ago in an interview. He said he wanted to fight Sparrow.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, I think Colbert's above that level now. I think he's close to a world title now. I think he's above Sparrow.
Yeah, I mean Sparrow hasn't been active. I thought to be perfectly honest with you, I thought Sparrow was a dangerous fight for Ryan Garcia.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You can't play around with you can't play around with hungry Philly guys. Like Ryan, for all the talent that he has a lot of bad habits. He punches with his chin in the air.
Yeah, he's got good timing. I'll say. I think he's got good timing, in my opinion. He times his hooks well. That's what...
So is there any other fights that you're looking forward to? Like ESPN, they got 3 fights next week.
ESPN. What are the fights? I think Pedraza's fighting. Who's he fighting? Lespierre. Someone like that. I'm looking forward to Baranchik versus Zepeda. I think that's happening. That's a good fight.
Yeah,
that is a good fight.
Pedraza's fighting Mikel Lespierre.
Yeah, Lespierre lost to Hooker. Yeah, Hooker beat Lespierre.
Yeah.
I think Pedraza's gonna win that fight comfortably. I don't really rate Lespierre. He's average. I want to see Zepeda versus Baranchik. That's gonna be a good fight, man. I don't know who's gonna win.
What about that Joe Smith versus
Alvarez? Yeah, that's
Alvarez.
When is that gonna be?
That's gonna be August, I think, or late. I think August. Is that August?
Ooh, that's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
I think Alvarez beats him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Alvarez will beat him. Alvarez got a chin, man. I don't think Alvarez is an underrated chin. He took a big shots against Kovalev, and Kovalev didn't hurt him. Do you remember the first fight when Kovalev threw like 25 punches and Alvarez took the big shots?
Yo, I was there. That was me and JR was there. We were working. That was my first fight.
Oh yeah. I've seen your channel a bit. I've seen you do interviews after the fight. I think Was it the Vodcik versus what fight was that? Vodcik Batabi? Were you?
Gavazic better be.
Yeah.
At the time of Alvarez versus Kovalov, I was working for Into Boxing, actually in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to
That's
Into Boxing, man. They my guys. But yeah, he has more tools than Joe Smith, and he got a lot more tools than Jesse Hart. So if Joe Smith thinks that he's just gonna just pressure a guy like Elena Alvarez, that shit's not happening.
You know how crazy it is style. You know how crazy it is style makes fights. Sullivan Barrera beat Joe Smith Jr. and Sullivan Barrera lost to
Jesse Hart,
and then Jesse Hart lost to Joe Smith. It's crazy.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesse just didn't look right in that fight. He
I thought you looked scared, man.
He just
I
looked
think he was
off.
worried. Yeah. You know, I actually rated Jesse Hart when he was at super middleweight. 175 is the wrong weight division. Why did he move up? He could have fought for the vacant title at WBO. He could have been fighting Saunders, or you know what I mean. Could have been number 1 versus number 2, but I don't know why he moved up. If he can make super middleweight, he should move back down because 175 is full of killers, man. I don't think he can hang with the top guys, man. The way he got beaten by Joe Smith Jr. was crazy.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, Hurt would get hurt.
The referee, didn't the referee gave him one of the scorecards? It was crazy. Crazy.
How do you see the light heavyweight division shaking out now that Alexander Gavazic
I'm so
has retired?
disappointed, man. That was my favorite light heavyweight. Nah, Kovalev was my favorite, and Vodcik was my second favorite at light heavyweight. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I think Batabi is the top dog. He's the best at the division, and I think Bivol is second. Kovalev's days are done. Is there any new talent coming up? In the UK, we got a couple good fighters in the UK. Anthony Yard can come again. He can fight again. He just needs more experience. There's Joshua Buatsi. Joshua Buatsi is a very good fighter, Olympian. He's coming up. And yeah.
And I'm not sold on Bivol, man.
Would you
You're
say?
not sold on Bivol?
No, I'm not.
Hey, Boxer Sauce, do you know what's crazy? Bivol, I remember when Bivol came on the scene, he was looking destructive. And lately his performance has just been okay. He's been winning the rounds. It's like Demetrius and Bivol. They got talent, but they don't have the one punch power, or they're not great finishers. They got power. They both got power, but they're not finishing guys. They're winning every round. They're winning every single round, but it's not exciting. If you know what I mean.
Like, to me, I wouldn't put Bivol against a guy like Alvarez. I wouldn't do it.
He would beat Alvarez, in my opinion.
He would have to box his ass off.
He would be who?
He would beat Alvarez. He would.
Elena Alvarez. That's a tough fight, bro.
It would be a tough fight, but I think he would, man. Bivol's IQ is off the charts, man, and he can box. Like Kovalev. Look at Kovalev. Kovalev boxed what's the name, Alvarez, and Bivol can do the same thing.
I mean, at 175, who you got?
What's crazy is I think what's the name again? Bivol beat Pascal. Pascal beat Badou Jack and Marcus Brown. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You still got Marcus Brown. You still got Badou Jack. Oh, Gilberto Ramirez. Now he's at 175.
Man, Gilberto Ramirez ain't gonna be fighting, man.
What does he want? He wants like 10 million. He wants like 5 million to fight.
5 million to fight who?
He was supposed to fight Alvarez. Money?
Yeah. He pulled out the tournament.
Man, shit.
He can't beat
fight the best guys, man. He doesn't want to fight the best. He wants to cash out. I'm telling you.
No.
Gilberto Ramirez wants to fight.
People complain about Deontay Wilder and Gervonta Tank Davis. Gilberto Ramirez has the worst resume of anybody I've seen with that many fights.
He's 40-0. 40-0. It's crazy.
He's fought literally no one, yo.
He beat, you know what? The Roma Angulo fight looks a bit better on his resume because he beat Anthony Sims. Jesse Hart. I don't really rate Jesse Hart. And that's it. After Abraham,
Jesse Hart's a solid contender, but that's
after
it.
Abraham was he got beat by Eubanks.
Arthur Abraham is washed, yo.
Yeah, he was washed, man.
And I'm talking about a deep scrub, not just a regular joint. I'm talking about power wash on the side of your crib.
You know, Gilbert Ramirez. When he boxed Abraham, he was boxing from the outside. He was moving. He looked like a. But after that fight, he just brawling. What happened? He's got height and reach, but he wants to brawl everyone. He was boxing Arthur Abraham from the back foot. He looked good against Abraham. I don't know why he doesn't fight like that more often.
Certain dudes, certain situations brings things out of guys. Yeah. It's like there's an amateur that I watched, and I thought that he was just a come forward fighter. So I seen him in there with a big guy, and then he's fighting off the back foot, looking slick, and I'm like, oh, where did all this come from?
Oh yeah. Is it like Spence when he fought Mikey, or because everyone thought he couldn't box as good as he did in that fight?
Yeah, but that's a little bit different. With Mikey, there was nothing coming back that he had to be afraid of. Yeah, and that's the only reason why I think Spence looked that good.
Yeah, he didn't respect Mikey's power at 147.
I think he did, because he wasn't taking the chances that he usually does. Because Spence likes to mix it up, and now I know Mikey's got power at 147, even though he's a small.
Come on,
he could
punch. Hashman, come on, Hashman. Did you see him? Did you see him with his shirt off, Hashman?
You think Mikey can't punch at 147?
Did you see him with his shirt off, Hashman?
Who? Mikey?
He looked like he was going to rebuild my carburetor. He didn't look like a boxer.
Okay, but Mikey's never been body beautiful. He's never had six pack. He's never been ripped. Andy Ruiz. Look at Andy Ruiz against AJ. The bodies don't really matter, man.
No. Andy's always been a fat guy. Mikey wasn't. Mikey had no definition in his body.
Has he ever had definition? To be honest,
a little bit. He looked like a claymation character.
At 135 against Robert Easter, when Robert Easter was pointing at his stomach, like, what the fuck is that? Do you remember? Robert Easter was like, look at
Mikey's one of my favorite fighters, but certain times you got to slow walk jumping in a division like Andre Ward did.
Yeah,
he slow walked it.
Yeah, you know what, Mikey? He just took a big risk. Like he just gambled. He's like, nah, you know what? Let me just. You know what, Mikey could, if he wanted to, he could have just stayed at 135 and fought Lomachenko. I don't know why he didn't. That would have been a legacy fight.
Well, given his, his
relationship
troubles with trying to get out of his contract with Arum,
it's
going to be very difficult for that fight to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's business at the end of the day, you know what I mean? If it makes money, it makes sense.
So I guess news broke since the last time we talked with Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. The fight being agreed on financial terms. What's your thoughts on that fight, Ashman?
You know what? I'm actually very happy. It's like, the big fights that happen, like when they get signed, like you get excited. Like it's a big super fight in the UK, especially over here in the UK. That's the biggest British fight of all time, in my opinion. No other British fight would be as big as Tyson Fury versus AJ. The two best heavyweights. Actually, I think Deontay's better than AJ, but the two main heavyweights.
Whoa! I didn't expect that one. Yeah.
No. Listen, I'm from the UK, but in my opinion, I just think style makes fights. I think Deontay Wilder's style was wrong for AJ because AJ doesn't move his head that well. AJ gets hit.
You're right, but JR might fight you. JR might literally try to fight you now.
Why?
Wilder will not beat AJ. any instance.
What'd you say?
Nah, Wilder would not beat AJ in any instance or in any form or any fashion.
You don't think so?
No,
I think
he's
so.
not. Wilder is not polished enough to defeat someone like AJ. And the thing is like people don't give enough credit for what AJ can do and what AJ does in the ring. And for me, with Wilder, he can't deal with someone that's a counterpuncher. He can't deal with someone that has head movement, and he can't deal with someone that has just
AJ
about
has
as
head
much
movement.
reach
AJ has
or
head
better reach than him.
AJ head movement. When?
AJ does have head movement. He uses it when he wants to.
Listen,
That's the thing with AJ.
he's very fundamental. AJ is very fundamental. He has a nice orthodox style. He does everything correct, and he moves his feet in and out when he boxes. But head movement, I don't see it. I don't see him slipping shots. And AJ, and I think AJ early on is risky. Like he gets caught in fights early on. Like Povetkin, he got caught. Dillian White, he got caught. He gets caught early in fights, and I just think the style of Wilder, I don't think AJ will step to Wilder.
Wilder doesn't like start off like quick like that unless he really feels like the guy has no chance against him.
But the thing is about before the Fury fight, a lot of guys' game plan was, okay, let me outbox Wilder for 12 and not get hit, and I will beat him. But it's like, you know, a game where it's so obvious to do this thing, but the thing that's not obvious is like something like that. It wasn't obvious to walk down Wilder, because if you walk down Wilder, you might get caught in the right hand and it might be good night. You're walking to danger. I don't think AJ would have took the risk. I've seen AJ's interviews. I've seen AJ's body language. I thought AJ would play it safe against Wilder. In my opinion, he would have tried to knock him out, but I think he would. Nah, man. I just think style makes fights. I just think Deontay Wilder will beat AJ, man.
Wilder stops AJ in 4.
No,
6.
never.
He gets hit too easily, man. AJ's not gonna avoid the right hand.
That's not. But here's the thing. Wilder has faced a lot of guys.
He's not bigger than Wilder.
Hold on.
He doesn't have longer reach. He's not taller. Tyson Fury had both of those things over Wilder, and he had weight, and the weight was bigger, way bigger. What is AJ? Man, AJ gets hit too easily, man. He'll get stopped.
No.
He's too robotic, man.
He gets hit when he takes risks. The thing with Povetkin is a very experienced fighter. He can give his opponents many different looks. So he could go one way and trick you to blocking in one plot in one place, and then he ends up punches you in a different spot. That's how he was able to catch Joshua a lot of times early in that particular fight, because he gave a lot of feints and he moved around a lot.
AJ's an orthodox fighter. He's basic. Listen,
you cannot say that Anthony Joshua is basic. You can't. You don't become a unified champion being basic.
Listen, I'm not saying what I'm saying in terms of traditional style is a basics. Okay, cool. He has other fundamentals, he has other elements in his game, but I'm talking as a fundamental style. So he does everything correctly, hand up, in and out footwork, nice jab, nice right hand, clean left hook, uppercut. He is all nice, but with Ortiz was a counter puncher, but he was a southpaw. It gave more issues to Wilder. AJ is more up and down, straightforward. And I think he will get caught with Wilder, because Wilder would just look at. Klitschko and Wilder are two different fighters, but when Klitschko caught him with that right hand, and Wilder, he would do the same thing. He would just pour, and it would land at some point in the fight. I think AJ, it would land. The right hand would land down AJ, and AJ will.
No. Listen. Here's the thing with Klitschko, right? When they made that Klitschko fight, they made it to see if AJ was too green. Because Shelly Finkel had no issues making that particular fight because he's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and have my guy Klitschko fight Joshua, since Joshua is at the time about 19-0 or something like that. So he doesn't have that much experience. I could get Klitschko after him, and then get the WBA belt and the IBF belt, and then I'd have Klitschko and Wilder. But
do you think? Wait? Can I ask you a question?
That didn't happen.
Do you think
Okay.
AJ would have won? Do you think AJ would have won if Klitschko was more active?
What do you mean by that? Because
it's a simple question, JR.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Klitschko
out the ring for 2 years.
semi-active.
2 years is a long time.
Klitschko was very semi-active. Let me tell you why. After the fight that he had against Tyson Fury, he knew that there was a rematch clause for that. He exercised that rematch clause. So he was preparing himself to fight Tyson Fury in a rematch. That rematch got postponed twice before it got scrapped altogether. So Klitschko was still in the gym regardless. So by the time they had announced that they were going to fight Anthony Joshua,
JR, that's not the same.
That's not the same. I'm telling you.
No.
One thing I'll say.
Right, hold on a second. Y'all saying that it's not the same. What I'm telling you is there's a difference between somebody that doesn't have a fight, that is still in the gym, than someone that is not active, period. Not in the gym, no fights, no nothing. That's completely different. You're talking about a Vladimir Klitschko. This wasn't a Vladimir Klitschko that was
41-year-old Vladimir Klitschko, by the way.
This was not a Vladimir Klitschko.
He's not young. It's not the same.
Listen, out of shape.
Can I say something? It's not the same when you're a young, active fighter, when you've been out of the ring for a while. He's 41 years old. When you're older, your body, cool, you can train, but if you're not fighting, you're not going to stay sharp. And he's 41, and he's been 2 years out of the ring. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Hold on. So let me get this straight.
AJ fought in December against John Molina.
Again, once again, there is a difference between someone that is in the gym thinking that they're preparing for a fight than someone that is not completely active. I'll give you a clear example. Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury. You're talking about someone that was out of shape. That was Tyson Fury before he stepped into the ring against Sefer Seferi. That is a difference. Vladimir Klitschko was not coming down from 400 pounds or whatever it was to fight Anthony Joshua. He was not. When they made the announcement, the official announcement in December, was Vladimir Klitschko in the ring looking like he was 400 pounds? No, he was not. Why? Because he was still in the gym. That's why he was as sharp as he was against Anthony Joshua. So saying the whole thing about, Vladimir Klitschko was out of the ring 17 months, but it was
who's faster, Wilder or Klitschko?
For a fight.
Who's quicker?
That's
Wilder or
the
Klitschko?
point.
Who's quicker with the right hand? Wilder or Klitschko?
Who's predictable with their punches? More predictable with their punches, Wilder or Klitschko?
So you're telling me, cool, Wilder could be predictable, but it will land at some point in the fight. It will. Just like Ortiz, he took a split second and he got down. Tyson Fury.
You can't even bring up Ortiz.
I'll let you speak.
Okay.
Tyson Fury is a great. Tyson Fury has great. I won't say cool. Tyson Fury has very good movement. He's a good defensive fighter. He got caught against Wilder. It took him 12 rounds, but he got caught twice in the fight. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if it's predictable. If AJ does not have better defense and AJ gets hit way more, than all Wilder needs is one clean right hand and AJ's gone. AJ's not going to take Wilder's big shot. It won't happen.
Continue, please.
AJ, listen, in my opinion, that fight, AJ's not as long as Tyson Fury. It is not a better long range boxer than Tyson Fury. He doesn't have better defense than Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury got dropped twice. What makes you think AJ will take Wilder's shots? And I don't think AJ will take the risk against Wilder.
Continue, please.
Okay, last point I'll say. AJ,
Okay.
I've seen AJ multiple times say he would look for the KO against Tyson Fury, and he would look to outbox Wilder. What do you think will happen if he tries that game plan? The game plan he did against Ruiz, against Deontay Wilder. Do you believe he would win? In your opinion?
Continue, please.
I've said my point. I'm waiting for you to answer me.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the line. You're talking about Wilder against Ortiz. Number one, in March 3rd, 2018, at the Barclays Center, in that first fight. Okay.
And one thing I want to say is I'm not a big Wilder fan. I'm not a Wilder fan. If AJ fights Wilder, I'm with AJ. By the way, I'm just saying.
Like I said, March 3rd, 2018, Barclays Center, Wilder Ortiz. The first 3 rounds, right? Wilder pretty much established his position from the get-go against Luis Ortiz, where he used his reach and his length with his left hand. He didn't even use a jab. He just put his left hand out there and kept the distance between him and Luis Ortiz. So Ortiz really couldn't get to him for those first 3 rounds. In the 4th round, by the time Wilder threw his right hand, that's when Ortiz was basically in trouble. So as long as Wilder has that reach advantage against you, then yeah, he's gonna have pretty much an upper hand against you, whether Ortiz is supposed to be this so-called dangerous fighter or not, or being a southpaw or not. As long as Wilder has that reach and is able to utilize it, then he's going to have that advantage against you. So bringing up Ortiz to me is not really that much. But
Ortiz is a southpaw.
Now, going to the Fury fight, the first Fury fight,
okay,
right? Now, Tyson Fury was not the Tyson Fury that people saw in 2015. Everyone knows that. Tyson Fury went into that fight against a cruiserweight in Sefer Seferi, and then he had another, basically to me, an exhibition match.
Okay, well, he went 12 rounds.
Going into the fight against Deontay Wilder, 276 against Sefer Seferi, and then going down to 258 against Pianetta. Okay, he was still not around, the range that he was against Latimer Klitschko, where he was pretty much at the lowest weight of his career, almost, and the lowest weight of his career against Latimer Klitschko. Now,
he still boxed well. He still boxed well. Did he not box well in that fight?
Now, Deontay Wilder, he prepared for that particular fight, and initially he was the one that used head movement, the one that used reach, the one that used angles against Deontay Wilder, while Wilder pretty much punched once.
Yeah, but you're talking about Tyson Fury. I'm talking about AJ. Why you're talking about a different fight?
No, because
what's your point?
Did you bring up Tyson Fury? Yes or no? Yes, you did.
But Tyson Fury is not
okay.
AJ is not Tyson Fury. Will Deontay Wilder fight AJ? AJ is very orthodox. Tyson Fury is unorthodox. He does things completely different.
Hold on a second.
He's herky jerky. He uses feints.
Hold on a second.
With his feet. He's a bigger man. He moves his head.
Hold on a second.
Uses levels. AJ is straight up and down. He's not gonna avoid Wilder shots.
Wrong again. Wrong again. And I told you, I allowed you to make your point, and you tried to make your point, and then you said you were done. And when I'm bringing up my point, you're trying to interrupt my point. I'm countering what you said. You brought up Tyson Fury, and you brought up Wilder's fight against Tyson Fury that first time. And you're talking about Fury getting caught with Wilder's shots. Fury was not fully back by that time. And even then, at that particular point, Wilder still couldn't finish Tyson Fury, even after knocking him down twice. So if Wilder is supposedly this guy that's supposed to be a knockout specialist, he should have been able to finish out Fury in that first fight. He didn't.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Jay, right? Okay, so I'm gonna name 5 punchers. You tell me are they knockout specialists. Okay? Okay, Jay?
I'm like, you pretty much like are like putting a pause on my point.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay. I apologize, sir. Go ahead.
Now, like I said, now with Wilder, up to that particular point, he was pretty much knocking out or stopping everybody that he faced, with the exception of that first Bernard Severn fight. Now, he knocked down Fury twice in that first fight. He wasn't able to finish him. Fast forward to February 22nd, 2020. Wilder had nothing for Tyson Fury in that particular fight. Okay. There was nothing that he did that showed that he had any type of progress from December 1st, 2018 to February 22nd, 2020. Now, in reference to Joshua is a much better boxer all across the board than Deontay Wilder is. And in a regular comparison, no matter if it's heavyweight all the way to minimum weight, usually the boxer always beats the puncher. Always. And for me, I've always stated that Anthony Joshua defeats Deontay Wilder every single time at any point of their careers. At any point.
Not always the boxer beats the puncher. Not always, but I continue.
But the thing is with Wilder is he has not developed from his point after he left the Olympics and got a bronze medal up to now. He hasn't really developed himself to where he can give people different looks in order to set up knockdown shots. Not knockout shots, but knockdown shots.
I'm telling you, one thing I'm telling you, don't drop 40 guys if you're not. Listen, he's dropped he's dropped basically everyone he faced. So you're telling me that even if his shots are obvious, he's still dropped every single person he's faced. So
who are those guys?
What'd you say?
Who are those guys?
Okay, cool. He's still listen. It doesn't matter who are they are. Do you know how hard it is to knock out every single opponent you face in your whole career? You know how hard it is. It's not easy.
Depending on who they match you up with.
Easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, they can be bums. But listen, some bums are hard to knock out because they shell up and they get to surviving mode. You know what I mean? I know a lot of guys who get into shell and it's hard to break their defense. Listen, what I'm trying to say is AJ's defense is not better than Fury. AJ's not the boxer Tyson Fury is. He's not the pure boxer Tyson Fury is. Doesn't have better. Listen, I can name so many.
But who has more power?
Tyson Fury doesn't have no power.
Does he have more power than Joshua?
No, I don't think he's got more power than Joshua.
Okay.
But everything else he does better than Joshua.
The thing is, you're talking about this thing with power about Deontay Wilder. One, he doesn't have better defense than Joshua. Two, he doesn't have the power to fight on the inside like Joshua does.
Let Joshua try to get it inside.
He's not a better inside fighter than Joshua either.
When do you see AJ fight on the inside like that? Well, I don't go. Listen, AJ is okay on the inside, but he's not the best. I don't see why AJ can't do what Fury can. He can't. He's not gonna mold. He's not gonna mold Deontay Wilder. if you're Tyson Fury showed a game plan how to beat up Deontay Wilder in the rematch, what was AJ's game plan? He said a couple times in the interview that his game plan is to knock out Tyson Fury and outbox Deontay Wilder. He said it in the interview with Breakfast Club, and he said it multiple times. If AJ tries to do what he did against Ruiz, let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. You want to take a gamble? You want to take a gamble by outboxing Wilder for 12 rounds? Go ahead and see what happens. Listen, all Wilder needs to do is land one right hand.
Here's the thing.
Wilder will land at some point in the fight. Wilder will land the big right hand. Unless he doesn't get him out early.
No.
Okay.
No. Here's the difference.
I'm tired of talking about this, man.
Of course, because you know that Wilder would lose to Joshua. That's the facts. Jimmy, what's up, man?
It's not facts because it hasn't happened.
Yo,
so
I'm letting y'all rumble this joint out. This is entertaining. I'm just sitting back like
Jimmy.
To me, styles make fights. I feel like Joshua, the best fighters are always awkward. They always have a unusual wrinkle to them. Floyd fights out of rhythm. Andre Ward is a southpaw that fights orthodox.
Yeah.
And
that's like me.
Who's that?
I'm a southpaw that fights orthodox.
Oh yeah? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
But Joshua's very textbook. And his gift is his curse because you can he telegraphs a lot of his shots. Everyone except for the uppercut. He throws the uppercut in a very awkward way. And that's like one of his most effective punches because he shoots it across his body. But everything else is like real textbook and easy to see coming. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are very awkward. So I feel like Wilder's awkwardness, Joshua won't really be ready for that. I think Wilder stops him the first fight. Joshua stops Wilder the second fight, and the third fight will be up for grabs. It's hard to get used to a dude that throws a punch in like a wild manner, like Maidana when he caught Broner in the corner. It's hard to really train for that punch because nobody throws it. Who are you going to fight? Who are you going to find in sparring that fights like Deontay Wilder? Nobody.
Yeah, but here's my thing with Wilder, and we've talked about this. After
he's quicker than AJ, by the way. He's quicker. I forgot to mention that he's quicker than AJ.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You can control distance on Wilder, and you can pretty much move your head enough to where he can't really time you that well. If you can control distance well,
I agree.
I have a lot of problems. Even when he has, it's all about positioning too, because Wilder could still even have the reach advantage against you, but if you know how to control distance, you could have him pretty much like swinging air. And I've seen that happen with them multiple times.
I agree. But boxing skills, I agree what you're saying. If AJ sticks to the game plan and Wilder doesn't catch him, AJ's gonna win in points. If it goes the distance, Wilder's gonna lose to AJ. AJ's gonna beat him.
Yeah, but
what my point was, AJ can try that against Wilder, but I'm telling you, he's gonna get clocked in one of these rounds. He's gonna get caught and he's gonna get finished. What I'm trying to say is, if AJ doesn't get caught, he can win. But from seeing AJ fight, I've seen all AJ 23 fights. I don't think AJ has enough to avoid the shots, man. I don't think he's that type of fighter. He'll get caught, man. I'm telling you. He's going to get caught with the right hand. Listen, if AJ got caught with the same shot Tyson Fury did, he's not getting up. That would have been over.
How do you know that?
I know that. Listen.
Okay.
Listen, you see AJ's legs, yeah? When AJ gets hit heavy, his legs go out under him. Listen, Tyson Fury, I don't know how Tyson Fury got up and his legs were strong. I don't know how. That was amazing. But AJ, listen,
You know,
AJ's got.
you know how, you know how I got up.
Let me finish. AJ's got.
Wait. Hold on. I want to do the same thing with you. Hey, since you won't let me finish, I will let you finish.
AJ is muscle bound. Listen. AJ is muscle bound. Does
Woo!
he needs a lot of oxygen to go through the blood to go around his body. Listen, he's gonna be tight and he's gonna be tired and gassed in the fight. Listen, when he gets up, he's gonna be hurt. All the muscle, all the big 250,
Man.
all the big AJ, all his muscle, he's gonna be tired when he gets up. Listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but he wasn't even 250 in his last fight. That's number one. Number two, you're talking about, I don't know how Tyson Fury got up from those shots. In both of those knockdowns, he was not caught flush in both of those knockdowns. That's why he was able to get up on both instances. So
on the way down,
Tyson Fury, him, the hooks that he got caught with, because that first knockdown he got caught in the temple. And he pretty much stumbled in that ninth round.
What second did he get up? What second did he get up on the fight?
In reference to which knockdown?
9 out of 10 times that fighter would have been waved off. Listen, I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the best fighter.
Here's the thing. He got up both times. Two things about that fight in December 1st, 2018. He got up both times, and Wilder was not able to finish him off.
Yeah,
that was key. Wilder was not able to finish him off in that instance. Okay. So that's one thing that I kind of see from Wilder. And another thing that I see.
Is that the only person? Is that can I say something? Is that the only person that survived? Is that the only person that survived against Wilder when he hurt them or dropped them? Who else did survive?
Stavern.
Did he get dropped in that
fight? Duhaupas never actually did.
Yeah,
Duhaupas
he did get dropped. The Jack Reese waved off. Yeah, he did get dropped to the floor, but he got stopped on his feet.
Yeah. He just got Duhaupas just got pummeled.
Yeah. Well, who else is being caught? Who's else being caught with a right hand against Wilder, being dropped and heavy and get up and survive? No one's done that before. Listen.
But here's the thing with Wilder that he ends up doing a whole bunch of times. He overexerts himself.
Yeah, he swings wild. He gets reckless when he hurts guys. What guys keeps forgetting? Wilder doesn't always swing shots like crazy shots when he's fighting, unless he gets someone hurt. I guess Fury, he was out.
Yeah, but even when he doesn't do that, he's not very active with his punches.
Yeah.
He'll throw one or he'll throw two.
Listen, we can debate for hours, man.
He'll throw just 2 shots at a time, and that's it. He doesn't really put that many punches together. So when he does throw, he throws with so much emphasis, whether it's wild or not, that he throws with so much emphasis that if he lands, that's great. If he doesn't, and if it gets blocked or if he misses, that takes a lot of energy off of him. So the thing with what Fury was able to do in that second fight early was that he controlled the distance and he made Wilder exert himself early with his shots, because he was throwing the right hands, but when he threw the right hand, it was with full extension. So it kept Fury, but not really like Wilder wanted to. So once that happened and then Fury got in range and started to, hit him with the power shots, that was the beginning of the end for Wilder in that instance. And the thing is like, I really have not seen much development from Deontay Wilder in the inside. And he has to do that in order for him to be a more complete fighter. I don't see it in him. I just don't.
I agree.
Yo, this is a good Wilder Joshua debate, definitely. But we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Really appreciate it. We'll be back for the next card. What's the next fight, Joe?
So we have the thing coming up for Tuesday the 16th. So that's the Josh Greer Jr. Main event. there. So we'll see Greer. See if Greer will pull out the pillow for his particular fight against Mike Plania.
How many knockouts does Greer have, by the way?
Now you're gonna be checked.
Yes, well,
He's one of those guys he's got power, but he doesn't finish a lot of guys. Or I could be wrong, but I think he's got like
he has 22 wins, but just 12 knockouts.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, Hashim, when are you planning on going pro?
Hopefully, if everything goes well, my plan is to basically the ABA's is elite competition is basically the Golden Gloves of America. So I want to get in two of those ABAs. Hopefully win both of them. I will win both of them, and after that turn pro around 22, 23. I'm 20 now, so maybe 2 years and a half. But I think I'm turning pro at bantamweight. I don't think Superfly is going to be the weight for me.
Okay, that sounds good, man. That sounds good. Thank you for joining me. You're always welcome to.
Yeah,
shouts out to the Boxing Source. Great content, great podcast on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Good guy.
Tell them where to find you, Jay.
Yeah, just through the Boxing Source, on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And then just subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, man.
Yeah, man. I actually got a channel as well on YouTube as well. Hashman Boxing, my name on here. Yeah, I'm not being as active as I want to be, but I've got like 20, 25 videos maybe around boxing, and I've done a review on Shakur's last fight. So yeah, you can catch me on Hashman Boxing on YouTube as well. I'll be posting amateur fights hopefully and training footage as well. So yeah.
But yeah, keep a lookout for him. Hashim Hassan.
Yeah, he's got it right. You got it right, man.
Yeah, man. I did my homework. One of my guys actually heard of you.
There, all the Americans I know always say Hasim because I Hasim Rahman. They always say Hasim.
Oh, bro, my name's Jamil.
Yeah,
so,
Jamil. Was it Jamil or Jamel?
Jamil.
Jamil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamil Parker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know how to say Muslim names.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of Muslims in Philly, man.
Oh, a whole lot. Whole lot of Muslim beards.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate both of y'all, man. And I'll see y'all next time, man. YSM Sports Media, we out.
Yep.